Everybody, it's Daniel from the blog It's Like Having My Own Card Shop. This is a contest response video for RbiCru7. They are sponsoring a really huge contest. Today's the last day. I've been planning on making this video. I made some notes a while back ago. Things have been crazy busy. Today is the last day to make the video, so I'm going to make the video because not only are the prizes amazing, but it's a great video. It's a great idea. It's a great contest. So let me get a couple of things out of the way. First of all, there's a couple things you have to do for the video. You got to plug their trade night, which is coming up April 10th and 11th. Now they have a card shop in the St. Louis area, so they have trade nights every so often. I think this is their 20th one. You have to plug them and follow them on YouTube, and you also have to be subbed to Darren Styles of Sports Card Direct and set up at least a free buyer's account at sportscarddirect.com. And then the actual contest or the response that they want to hear is what would be your dream card shop? And my blog is called It's Like Having My Own Card Shop because who doesn't love hanging out at the card shop? And so I'm super excited to talk about it. I made notes, like I said, a week or two ago. I haven't really got a chance to organize them. The contest response deadline is today, so I'm just kind of gonna go through it. First off, trade night. Genius. I've never been a part of a card shop that has really done that. You gotta understand with card shops that you just need to bring people in. Anything that will bring people into your shop is a good thing. I think sometimes people shy away from it because, well, they're trading, they're not buying. Well, they're gonna buy stuff. If they're in your shop, they're gonna buy stuff. They're gonna see something, they're gonna buy it next time. So trade night, I give it up to RbiCru7. One of my favorite things that my LCS does is an auction. They do 3 auctions per week. They do a Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, and they do 2 on Saturday, one at 1 o'clock and one at 3 o'clock. And the way that they do it is they have an entire wall that's dedicated to the auction. They have the sheets where you can slide in cards. So that's for single cards. If it's like a lot or a physical item, such as like an autographed baseball or a bobblehead or whatever it may be, there's a card there that tells you what it is. So each spot is numbered, has the spot to bid, so you can do write-in bids throughout the week. And then they have the live auction, and they probably have, I want to say, maybe like 40 different items at each auction. So they have a set of shelves with all the physical items on it so you can look at it. So everything's visible. You got the write-in bids. The place is always full. I mean, everything sells, whether it sells for a quarter or hundreds of dollars. It depends on what it is. And they actually they put up a lot of the stuff, but they actually allow their customers to put stuff in. And so I think their percentage is like 60-40. So 60% goes to the owner of the item, the customer, and 40% goes to the shop. And everybody knows that, and everybody's okay with it. Again, it may sell for a quarter, it may sell for hundreds of dollars. Depends on what it is, depends on the bidders. But it's a lot of fun. You go in there, and it's an actual live auction. And, they run through the 40 items pretty quick. It takes about 30 minutes. But it's a lot of fun. And so I highly recommend that. I really think you got to treat your customers right. And that's a ton of different things. It starts with kids. For a card shop, you got to think long term. Too many card shops didn't think long term, and they're no longer around. The card shop that I go to, I went to as a kid. It's still there. And it's because they value and respect and treat their customers right, regardless of age, income, whatever. Okay. So, quick story about my LCS. I signed up for the auction when I was a kid. I'm number 149. They're like on number 800 and something now, but I'm bidder number 149. And I moved away for a couple of years. The card shop actually moved, so I went to where it was. It wasn't there. I found it like a year later, so it's been like 3 years since I've been to this card shop. I walk in. Card shop owner, he remembers my name. He remembered my bidder number. It blew me away. I will always go back to that card shop. It's like 40 minutes from my house. I'm still going there. There's one that's closer. I go to that one sometimes. Not as good customer service. I go to the other one, even though it's out of the way. So even with kids, you got to treat them right. I know there's a lot of people that don't like base cards. Keep the base and give it to kids. When you have people that bust boxes and they're like, I don't want this. Give stacks to the kids. They'll come back. They'll be customers forever. Okay. Make sure you know what your customers like, and it's okay to document it. I mean, another card shop that I went to for a long time, they actually had where you could write down like stuff that you were looking for, and they would try and find it for you. But know what your collectors like. So, I don't buy wax because I can't take that risk financially. I'm better off just buying singles. And the card shop that I go to sometimes, whenever I walk in, the guy's like, hey, we got, new this and new that coming. I'm like, that's great, but I don't buy it. Tell me which cases are full of new stuff, or who stocked their, dime boxes or whatever. Make sure you have contests and giveaways. The card shop that I like going to, I don't have my wallet on me, but they have a business card, and it's a comp card. So every time you come in, you get a stamp on the back of the business card. Every time you spend $10 more, you get a stamp on the back. It fills up at 10, and then you get $2 off the auction, or $1 off anything else. So it's not a lot, but man, people come in, they get their stamp. If you write in bids, for every 5 bids you get a stamp. So that's another way. But I've always got that business card on me. I'm always looking to get stamps. It's only $1 or $2, but it can be that card that you've been looking at for a little bit, and you just, all right, well, I can get it now with my comp card. Again, I don't buy boxes, but I really believe that if people are spending money on boxes, you got to give them some penny sleeves. You got to give them some top loaders, that sort of thing. I mentioned the kind of consignment option with the auction. I think that's great. Most of the card shops that I'm familiar with, at least in the past 10 years or so here in the Phoenix area, they're all consignment. So they have cases, and it's different dealers that stock the cases with singles and sets and whatever it is that they're selling. So the actual owner of the card shop, they sell wax and they sell supplies and things like that, but they're really not selling the singles. That's up to each individual dealer, and there's a cut. I've done it before. You don't make a lot of money. It's really hard. You got to sell a lot. But I tell you what, those dealers, and there's probably 15 to 20 of them, they're in there all the time. They're buying wax from the owner so that they can stock their case with singles of new stuff. So it's got to be a place where you can just hang out, have fun. I realize that it's a huge issue with space and cost and that sort of thing. But again, this is a Dream Card Shop video. So Dream Card Shop, it's going to have a section where you can just hang out. It's got the TV. I'm going to throw in a pool table and an arcade. A couple arcade games. It's going to be fun. I want people to just come in, hang out, spend time there, and spend money. Again, if people are coming in and they're spending time there, they're going to spend money. You got to have the big screen TV. You got to have all the sports packages. It's got to be that place where if somebody, you know, doesn't have a group of friends to go hang out with and watch sports with, they're coming to the card shop, and they're going to do it there. I mentioned dime boxes. I'm big on that. I know RbiCru7, I see dollar boxes in the background. That's great. You got to cater to every customer. So that's the person with lots of money that's buying, you know, high-end graded cards, autographs, memorabilia. But it's also the lower-end guy that's spending, you know, a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there, because that all adds up. So you got to have everything from dime boxes all the way up to the big money items. You have to have an online presence. You guys, RbiCru7 has YouTube and a lot of other social media. You got to be involved with eBay. Have an eBay account. Some cards are going to do well in your shop, some aren't. But that doesn't mean that they're not valuable and can't make you money. You just have to know where to sell it. So you got to have an eBay presence. My dream, okay, this is big time dream. I wanted to do this. I wanted to open up a card shop and batting cage. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do it here. I live in Goodyear, Arizona. We have the Indians and the Red Spring Training, and so that was like my dream. I wanted to do that. Looked into it. Just didn't have the funds to get something like that going. About a year ago, year and a half maybe, a batting cage opened up. It's doing well. But that would be my dream. Let me see, I'm going through my list here. Okay, so I had carry junk wax. Again, that goes back to catering to every customer. Like I said, I don't have hundreds of dollars to spend on 5 cards in a box. I'd love to, I just don't have that kind of cash. But I still like opening stuff. So have some junk wax available just so that people can bust boxes that can't afford the high-end stuff. I mentioned this before, but treat kids right, treat moms right, okay? I've been in the card shop a lot, and people come in that they're not regular customers. That doesn't mean they can't become a regular customer. So, you know, they ask questions that maybe, you know, maybe frustrate you, or you feel like it's a waste of your time. It's not a waste of your time. Treat your customers right, because those moms are going to be bringing those kids back, and they're going to be spending their allowance, and they're going to be, you know, saving their lunch money like I did when I was a kid, and bringing it back to the card shop to spend. So that's about all I got. I know it was all over the place. I've seen lots of good responses to this contest. I had a lot of fun just kind of brainstorming and coming up with some things. I hope some of it was helpful, and thanks for the contest. Bye.